I would like to make a special request to those who haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet. Please do subscribe now. And if you enjoy the story, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Now we'll move on to today's story. We hope you enjoy it. Let's begin. This is a story of an office security guard's son, which took place around 15 years ago. His family lived in a village, while he worked in a garment factory in the city. He stayed in the city, but his entire family lived in the countryside. His family convinced him that when he next came home from the office, they would arrange his marriage. A bride had already been chosen, and everyone liked her. It's important to note that 15 years ago, while he had a mobile phone, very few people in their area did, as mobile phones were expensive and uncommon back then. Around that time, there was a short holiday break, maybe 5 to 7 days. So, since he hadn't visited home in a long time, he made a plan to go. He agreed to see the girl they had picked for him. As planned, he took a bus from the city to his village. That day he arrived very late. By the time he got off the bus, it was around 1 a.m. The incident happened that very night. After getting off the bus, he waited at the local market. In his words, "I was waiting, and as I waited, I noticed it was past 1 a.m. But the surroundings weren't pitch dark. There was some light, and the full moon illuminated everything. Everything was clearly visible." From the market to his home was at least 3 to 4 kilometers. And since he had marriage plans, he was carrying bags, luggage, and some shopping items. The bag I was carrying was so heavy that I realized I wouldn't be able to walk all the way home with it. Even dragging it felt like a struggle. At that moment, there were no CNGs or rickshaws available in the area. Usually, when I return home from the city, there's always some kind of transport around. But that night, for some reason, I couldn't see anything at all. At one point, I noticed a van approaching from a distance, lit by a hurricane lantern. In our area, these vans usually have seats built on top, where people can sit, low enough that you can just climb on. Typically, 3 people can sit in each row. I saw the van coming toward me with its lantern lit, and I asked myself, why is this van heading straight toward me? From a distance, it looked like there was something white placed on the back of the van. But as it got closer, I realized clearly it was a corpse wrapped in a white burial shroud, being transported right in front of me. I was shocked. Normally, I don't scare easily. I'm not someone who's terrified of things like this. These kind of things don't usually frighten me. So a dead body was coming. So what? I stood there thinking that if I found any ride, I'd go with it, but at that moment I decided I wouldn't go with this van. The van driver then asked me, "Where are you going? Come on, I'll give you a ride." I replied, "No, I'm not going with you." "And what's that with you? That's a corpse, isn't it?" He said, "Don't be scared, it's nothing serious. Get on, where are you headed?" He added, "Look, I'm alone too. I'll drop you off wherever you need to go. Just pay whatever the fare is. First, tell me where you're going." I told him the name of my area, and immediately he responded, "Oh, I'm going there too. I'll drop you off on the way." So I thought about it a lot. With this heavy bag, walking home wasn't really an option tonight. So eventually, I got on the van. Inside, I saw that next to the corpse was a bag, probably someone's. Maybe someone had left the bag there with the body. So I got on the van, loaded my luggage, and told him to go ahead. I knew most people in that village. Most of them were familiar to me, even the usual van drivers, but I had never seen this particular van driver before. I got in anyway, and the van started moving. There are 2 roads to reach my village. One is in good condition, the other is a broken dirt path called Burqa Road. Vans usually take the good road, but after traveling a bit, I asked the van driver, "Where did you get this dead body?" The driver replied, "The police station gave it to me. You see the bag next to it? The ID and address are inside it. I'm delivering the body." I asked, "Where are you delivering it to?" He answered, "This body is going to your village."
"Don't worry," the van driver said. "Come along. Don't be afraid again." He kept saying there was nothing to be scared of. But the thing is, I was riding along with a corpse. I had never had this kind of experience before, so I kept chatting with the van driver to stay calm and also so that nothing strange would happen to me. While we were talking, I didn't even realize when the driver turned off the main road and entered the broken dirt path known as the Burqa Road. One side of this road had a canal-like stream, and the other side was full of dense bamboo and trees. You couldn't see anyone coming from that side. Even in daylight, it was hard to see clearly. At night, it was pitch dark. As we kept going, I noticed that the van driver had suddenly gone quiet. Now imagine, there's a dead body beside you, and it's around 1 a.m. Wouldn't you be terrified? Just think about the courage it took to even get on that van. At one point, I saw a woman wearing a burqa walking across the road in front of the van. So late at night, and a burqa-clad woman was clearly crossing the road. At first, I didn't think much of it, maybe someone just walking home. But as we continued chatting, I asked the driver again what the situation was. He said the police had given him the body to deliver. "Don't think too much about anything you see on the road," he added. "Strange things happen when you're transporting a body." Just as he said that, another woman crossed the road in front of us, then walked off down the same path. By then, we were deep into the Burqa Road. Let me clarify. Local people usually avoid this road at night altogether. There have been many strange and unsettling incidents reported on that road. Many locals have shared eerie stories about it. The van driver had already taken that haunted road, but I hadn't realized it. As we kept talking, suddenly I saw a third woman in a burqa cross the road. I asked the van driver, "Did you see that? Are you noticing this?" He replied, "I already told you, whatever you see, just ignore it. Don't pay attention to anything." Then, a little farther ahead, another burqa-clad woman crossed in front of the van, again and again. I asked, "Brother, what is going on?" Then I started thinking, if this dead body had a proper address, wouldn't the police station have contacted the family to collect it? Why would they give such a body to a random van driver? Unless it's an unclaimed body. But even then, wouldn't they handle it officially? Who is this driver really? I asked him, "Are you from the police station?" He said, "No, I'm not." "Then where are you taking this body?" I asked.
Suddenly he said something that shocked me. "One more thing, the body has no head." Upon hearing that, I was truly shaken. I looked to my right and saw 4 women in burqas sitting quietly behind me in the van. Now it made sense why the van felt heavy and the driver seemed to struggle pulling it. Looking closely, I saw all 4 of them staring at me silently. At that moment, I didn't think of anything else. I just had to escape. Leaving my bags behind, I jumped off the van and ran as fast as I could, reciting Surah Ikhlas, Surah Nas, and Surah Falaq out loud for protection. From a distance, I saw the van stop a bit ahead, and those same 4 women started dragging the van driver out of the vehicle and beat him mercilessly. Now, since I had said that the van brought a corpse, it likely had a target, and maybe the target was actually the van driver.
He noticed that the van driver wasn't saying a word, just silently taking a beating, and from a distance, it sounded like the loud cracking of wood. He felt torn, but finally decided to approach the scene. As he moved forward, the 4 burqa-clad women disappeared into the nearby fields. Suddenly, everything around him felt unfamiliar. Though he was from this village, the area no longer looked recognizable. He saw the corpse lying there, along with his own luggage and the mysterious bag that had been beside the body. But the 4 women and the van driver were gone. Panicking, he began running and searching for a house. After running for a long time, he spotted a mango tree, which made him think a house might be nearby. Crossing the tree, he reached a house and started knocking on the door. It was late at night, almost dawn. Eventually, someone opened the door. "What's going on, brother?" they asked. But he didn't recognize anyone, which was strange because he knew everyone along the road that led home from the haunted path. This area was unfamiliar. He asked, "Where am I?" And they told him he was in another village entirely. Desperate, he said, "I'm in trouble. Please let me stay here for a while." He collapsed on the ground, and the locals, feeling pity, took him in and gave him shelter for the night. He recounted everything that had happened to him. He also said that when he first got on the van, he didn't realize anything strange. Until later, when he noticed the van was circling the same road repeatedly. The next day, they helped him get on a bus and he returned to his village, where he met his parents and wasted no time going straight to the police station. At the station, he tried to inquire about the body. Instead of going directly to the police, he asked some people nearby if such a body had recently been brought in. They said, "I don't know anything, but if you want, you can talk to the person who usually receives unclaimed bodies." He went to see the person responsible for receiving dead bodies and asked, "Did any corpse arrive yesterday?" The man replied, "No, nobody arrived yesterday. But yes, there was a decapitated body that came about 4 or 5 days ago. 4 women in burqas received it. They presented their identification and we handed over the body to them. They even brought a van to carry it." After this, the man returned to his village and never shared the full story with anyone. He simply told people, "I was terrified that night. Something very disturbing happened to me." But he never revealed the details. Later,
he got married. After marriage, he began experiencing personal issues and mental distress. At some point, he decided to consult a religious scholar to discuss the incident and see if it was affecting his life. He told the scholar everything he had seen that night and asked for insight. The scholar reassured him, saying, "Don't worry, these things will pass. Drink this blessed water I give you. Let me explain. The body you saw that night was being targeted by 4 jinns. They had a sinister plan involving that corpse. The man driving the van was possessed by the jinn. Later, that van driver was found in the local area, but not in a normal state. He was found mentally unstable, completely insane.